welcome, and we'll start with lying down with the head on one end and the feet on the other. And if you want, you can just use your abdominals to come down slowly. Now your hands are going to be on the mat and your feet are going to be on the floor. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, start waking up that precious spine by lifting it a vertebra at a time. And we're going to be feeling the glutes and the hamstrings and the back getting attention. And the neck, it has a little space underneath it, as if you could slide a couple fingers underneath. So when you go up in this bridging, you're going up to shoulder blades, not going up to the neck. And then for the full benefit, we're linking breath with movement, so just enjoy this opportunity that we get to take care of our body and take care of our breathing. You can lift up and lower down. Now we're going to take another one before we stay up. So we're on the shoulder blades, our hips are level, and we're going to add on an interlaced finger position underneath the spine. So we'll just hold this. It's a yoga pose when we put our hands under, but it's okay. It's really good benefit. We're just going to hold. You can even shut your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. And release tension from anywhere that we don't need it to hold this bridge. Take another long, full breath. And then exhale and release. Now the arms can come out from underneath the back and you can roll the back down. We're going to take the right ankle to left thigh. If you can reach your hands through the window of that and hold on, then do that. If that feels too hard, you can use a pillow under your head. Yep, or you can put your foot up against a wall. I'm going to add on a little rocking as an option, and even a little ankle and foot movement. Beautiful. Breathe in. That should feel great. We're going to loosen up this body a moment and get it ready for movement. Now, as you're ready, take the other ankle to thigh, reach your hands through the window, and you can rock, you can move your ankles, point and spread your toes. I like to notice, without judgment, is one tighter than the other? And if so, you're always welcome to hold that side a little longer. Breathe in. And then let's take a happy baby. The hands go to the feet, the knees pull down. And this is another one where you can rock if you'd like. 5. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to turn over to the belly and do some swans. So take an inhale, pull your belly in, and lift up either Sphinx or Cobra, which is also swan in Pilates, and hold. The shoulder blades are down. The breath goes to the upper back. There's a lift through the belly. Take another inhale. And exhale, lower down. And then place your hands beside your hips and inhale, lift, and lift the thighs and hold. And breathe. You're doing so good. Inhale and hold. Let your inhale lift you. Exhale, and then lower, and then take your hands, if you care to add on, at your low back. Now you're going to add a lift of your body, your legs and your hands. If that doesn't feel good on your shoulders or your hands to interlace, then you can also go back to the prior option where your hands are beside your hips. Breathe in, let yourself go up. Let go for a moment, and let's interlace the other way if you had that position. Otherwise, just rest the hands on your back and go up or by your side and come up. 10, breathing. One more inhale. You're doing great. Now, as you release, you could either windshield wipe as a release pose or take a child's pose. So I'm going to demonstrate the child's pose this time. Rest. Very good. And now come into hands and knees. This is called cat-cow. You're going to flex your spine and feel that roundness in your back, and then inhale, lift your sternum, lift your tailbone, glide the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, curl the lower back all the way through the crown. And then inhale as you lift your sternum, as you lift your tailbone. And then exhale, curl. Feel every part of your back get some attention. And then inhale, extend. And exhale, curl. Good. And then one more. This is so good for the back. And then inhale. Now, the back is going to be like a table, and you can add a circle with your pelvis. So act like you're trying to draw the biggest circle you can on the wall behind you. You will feel some wonderful low back muscles getting attention. You can also go the other way. And I want you to notice there's a couple ways to do this. So one is just from your pelvis. Now the other could be, like I see some of you doing, is sort of circling the body. It's all good. It's all good. I recommend experimenting and trying it all. Now we're going to take a little child pose, but this time I'm going to add a toe curl under. Good job. And that's going to add a foot stretch. Really good if you've been hiking or outside. The weather's getting nicer. The feet might be changing shoes. So this is a really good stretch. 5 for the feet. And then we're going to come back down to the belly. Now, once you're on your belly, this is going to be a slow swan. With the inhale, start either on your forearms like Sphinx or press your hands into the mat and go up. Now, inhale. As you exhale, you're lowering your spine, and then you're going to rest your head and lift up the legs, both of them at the same time. Lower your legs, and then your upper body starts coming up like a cobra coming out of a basket, or like the bottom of a rocking chair. Now your legs come up. Now your legs go down, and as your legs go down, your upper body comes up. Breathe in, and this is at your own pace. So I'm cueing the template. If you find that your breath is a little longer or maybe shorter, it's a calm, enjoyable strength training. Coordinate it with your natural breathing cadence. I'm just offering the template. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale the thighs up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the upper back. And I have noticed my back feels more open. I wonder if you do 2. Lift up your legs. One more complete. It's a slow down rocking swan. And exhale, lower your legs. And then, your body, then lift your legs. And now let your hands be underneath your cheek or your forehead and give it a windshield wipe. Really good job. This next one is called breaststroke. So we're going to let those legs down. Now the arms are going to make this humongous circle. They're even going down to your thighs. Then draw a line up your torso, reach up far, and lift and lower. Let your arms swim. You might imagine you're doing a breaststroke in water, in warm saline water. And lower. Breathe in. And up. And lower. Now, your inhale is lifting your upper back. Your neck just goes along for the ride, so don't feel like you have to crane your neck here. All right, let's try 2 more. Breathe in. Just imagine you're going through warm, buoyant water. Go up. Really good. Now we're going to push back either into a child pose with the knees wide. This will allow for diaphragmatic breathing. Or if you need to do a puppy dog with the hips up, you can. Breathe belly into the belly. Terrific job. Grab a sip if you would like. You guys are doing great. Nice job. We're just easing into this day. Movement for the body. We're going to change it up a little bit by letting your arm or an actual pillow underneath your head. Your body's on the side. You'll notice we change planes a lot because we want to strengthen the body in different ways. And most of our life is in sagittal plane, front back, like how you walk. So what we're doing is changing up the planes. So double leg lift, 6. I
counted with my fingers while I talked. 8, 9, 10. Now try 10 more. You'll feel your waist pull in. You'll feel the hips and the inner thighs. Breathe in, but you won't feel tension in your neck. If you do, just shake it out. I like to sometimes touch the area I'm working, but another trick and tip is to touch the floor. Now we're going to stay up. See if you can lift both legs. Let's take the top leg higher. There's that belly, or like I said, you can use your fingers like teepees on the ground for a little support. Good, and 6. Now the leg might be getting higher because it's warming up neurologically and muscularly. Now you could leave your leg up and try to let the bottom leg match it. 3, 4, like a little in a Hollywood scene, one of those clappers. 3, 2. Now we're going to go to the other side. Your arm is a pillow, but you can also use a pillow if your neck needs more support. So you're going to listen to your body. Legs go long and up. Now the hands could tell your abs where you want to help. You could even use them as a little assist here. And you feel everything's getting warmed up, so you may be able to get higher, breaking your own ceilings, glass ceilings. Now 10 more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now stay up. This time the bottom leg stays up. Invite the top leg to go up. Do you see my crazy zoom? I have a new Mac, and it lets off balloons every now and then, and it lets off fireworks, but I don't know what hand gesture I do to make it happen, and I don't know how to disable it. So I'm celebrating your wellness. Let's go up with the bottom. So if you see balloons or fireworks on my end, I don't know how to stop it, but it's a good one. At least it's not a sad one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's take a full body stretch. Arms are going to go long and overhead. Reach through your arms and reach through your legs. I like to add a shift here. This is super good for the QL, the back muscle that tends to sometimes get in trouble. So notice, does one side shift more than the other? And can you consciously add a Q? Nice. I'm going to invite us to grab a sip and then meet me back on the mat. So come up any way you can. I'm going to do a little ab crunch up and then grab a sip. Good job. We're going to touch a few planks now, and the forearms are going to be on the mat. The toes are going to be back, and the modification is that you're on the flush above your knees, and just try to breathe normally, calmly. Another 10 count here. Strong forearms, strong legs. Breathe in. And then we're going to touch the side planks. Let your elbow be underneath the shoulder. That was really good. Here we go. The full plank is on the feet, but you can modify by dropping a foot down or putting the knees down or the hips. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Lower the hip. Now we're going to go to the other side. Here we go. Side plank. Well, hello. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower the hip. Now this next one is reverse table or plank. So let me show you both if you're not sure. The table is going to be a bent knee position. The legs long is going to be reverse plank. Now, if you need to do something else instead, like it's too hard on your wrist, you could always do a bound angle. 5 more. Good. I love the way if you shake it out, you know it's not tight, right? 3, 2, 1. Now have a seat, and you can sit any way you want. Take your hands interlaced and massage. We'll do about 3 to 5 one way, and then we're going to do about 3 to 5 the other way. Let's do a little seated work, and if you aren't comfortable sitting, then grab a pillow and place it underneath your tush. This is a saw posture. Let me make sure I have enough room. Take an inhale. Now we're gonna rotate first, and then when you can't rotate anymore, reach your pinky of your hand down towards the pinky of your foot. Rotate first, and then go. Come up. This is the good posture, axial extension. Rotate, and then reach. Breathe in. Rotate, reach. Rotate and reach. Rotate and reach. Rotate and reach. Rotate and reach. One more each, guys. Rotate, reach, rotate, reach. Very good. Now lower the hands for a moment while we set up our legs. I'm going to turn sideways just so you have a different view of me. You don't really have to. I just want to make sure you see different views. So the arms are out. Now inhale. Exhale, go up and over. Inhale, up and over. And keep going. I'm going to face more front. And inhale, up. I like to go down to the forearm if I'm feeling flexible enough. I want you to mostly experience a wonderful lateral flexion. If you could see your spine, it would be like a C. There's a lift here, a lift, and a over. And my fingers are hitting this healthy aloe plant, but that's okay. But the opposite hip is staying down. So let's say your arm is going left, your opposite hip is reaching down. So your right arm's going over, your right hip, the opposite side of you staying down. Now find a place that you feel like you can hold. We're just going to add on any kind of rotation that you're craving. There's no wrong way. I like all the ways. Breathe in to that rib cage. Visualize the ribs expanding away from each other. Breathe in. Inhale. Now come up, and then over. Now, oh, that one, ooh, I can feel it's a tiny bit tighter. So what did you notice? And just add your rotations. The opposite side of your body stays down. So I'm trying to keep my right hip down while my right arm's over. Breathe into that rib cage. Breathe in, and then come back up. Nice. Now I do want to add on some rotation, so I'm going to move away just because I want that space. You can make sure nothing's in your way. Glue the legs and then rotate. So your hips are staying stable. You're not letting one foot shift past the other. You're trying to stay tall and not sink. There is a little controlled bounce on the end of the rotation, so that's fine. Yeah, rotate. One more each. Rotate. And then any way that you want to put your hands. I like to put one hand on the outside of that thigh or that calf, the other hand beside the back of the pelvis. Lift and rotate. Lift and rotate. Take an inhale. And exhale, add a rotation. Feel that upper back release. Now we're going to take a counter pose, so we'll just take a bound angle. We've done some rotations and some lateral flexion, so now the feet could be together. I've got the ankle bones on a soft mat because my ankles don't like to be on the hard floor, so just make sure your joints feel good. That way you can really relax into the stretch. Feel the hips going towards the floor. Take another inhale and come up. Look at how beautiful. Look at those hips. Wonderful. Grab a sip if you'd like. That was good. We did a little seated series. Good job. This next is going to be a little cat-cow hands-knee position, but we're going to add on to it. This is really good for back care. So notice how your back is stable, and then try to lift your right arm and your left leg while maintaining that stability. Now lower those limbs down and keep that table as you lift up your left arm and your right leg. Lower that down, make sure your table's the same, your head's not dropped, your right arm and your left leg lift. Now you can continue this with a harder option of lifting your shins off the floor so that you don't have those toes of the other foot helping you. Your head is retracting, so this is really good to help prevent forward head syndrome or tech neck. Your upper back is anti-gravity now. Those muscles are having to work against gravity, so this is great for the posture. The belly's pulling in, the supportive abdominals. Now, another option, let's take a child's pose briefly between that just to sort of start over like you clean slate. Now come back up, right arm and left leg lift. Now keep your toes and shin off the floor if you want that harder variation. Round your right elbow to your left knee underneath your body and then straighten your back again. Exhale, round your knee to your elbow and then straighten. Exhale, so there's an ab crunch going on and a balance challenge. And exhale. And 7. Now we're going to do 8 and then put your other hand down and your other foot down. Now make sure you're in table. Here we go. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, round your left elbow to your right knee, your back rounds. Try to keep your left shin and left toes off the ground. 3, and inhale, exhale, 4. That hip is going to try to rotate open, but you want it to stay square. 5, to the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we take a child pose, but add on, bend your elbows, pat yourself on the back for a little tricep. Breathe in fully. And then exhale, good job. Now this one's going to be an option of doing push-ups on the wall, 10 push-ups, or you can do 10 push-ups on your flesh above your knees, or you could do them in the all fours. So there's a few ways. You can bend your elbows, that's a modified, or you can put your knees back, bend your elbows, push, or you could do them on the wall. Breathe in. Inhale and exhale. 5, good. 6, good. Shoulder blades look great. They're down the back. 7, the belly's pulling in. 8, 9, and 10. Really good. Now sit any way you want to, and we are going, or stand, we're going to do a tricep stretch plus the bottom arm coming up, cow face pose. Beautiful. Hold 10, and you can sit any way you want. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to go to the other side. We got 2 new goats, and she's probably going out to see the goats. I'll send a picture later. So now we've got 3 goats. Try 5 more. 4 more. That means a lot of chef, goat cheese, and yogurt. 2. All right, let's do our third one that we tend to put together. The prayer pose. This is the modification, but I'll show you the other one. It would be behind you. And then push your palms together and then open. So I'll show you from the open up your elbows. Yeah, good. All right, breathe in. You got it. 5, 4. These are all posture stretches. 3, 2. Now let that down. We're going to do another posture stretch. You know how I love the stretches. What this does, this is the rack, go up and behind you, and then the other arm go up behind you. What this does is opens the front body, and that means you don't have to fight
tight front muscles in order to have good posture during the day. So we open up the front, we strengthen the back, we teach the fascia where we want it to be, and it starts to become normalized, and your body recognizes when you're out of alignment and it wants to put you back. So this is the big part of this posture help, is opening the front body. Make sure you're not heavy on your wrist. You're just lightly using the floor. Breathe in. And then sit any way you want, guys. And I'm going to add on a little forearm stretch. So this is the fingers down, and then I'm going to exaggerate this, drop the shoulder blades. Yeah. And ooh, that feels good. If you do any kind of gripping or gardening or anything, it's a really good stretch. Pull down and pull those fingers under. 5, good. 4, feels so good. 3, 2, and then let's hit the other side where we're there. Pull the fingers down. 10. Shoulders are down, elbow is long. Breathe in, and then try the other one, elbow long, and pull your fingers back. Oh, feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Super job. Grab a sip if you'd like, and we'll meet back here. You're doing great. I'm going to have us take an inhale to prepare, and then an exhale to roll down. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now a full body stretch. Inhale. And as you exhale, place the hands beside your hips and slide the heels up and lift up the legs. Now they're glued together. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, circle the legs as a unit. And when you get back to vertical or 12 o'clock, you're going to go the other way as if there's a clock on the sky. You are tracing counterclockwise and clockwise. Inhale and exhale. And halfway through, the bigger the circle, the harder it is to keep the ribs down. So feel your belly pull in. Let's take 4 more from here. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. Now, this time hug your legs into your belly, and you can hold on to the underside or the top of the shins, whatever your knees will tolerate. And then we're going to turn sideways. Now, on this one, you are going to prop yourself up on your forearm. This is a harder move, so if you need to modify, be on the ground. Take your top leg and draw a big circle. So you might even imagine a fit ball or a beach ball. Breathe in, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9. Now we're going to pull the toes back. So here we go backwards. 10, 2, lift up through the ribs. 3, 4. Now this is building bone density. 2, 5, 6, and we want that hip strong. 7, 8, good. 9. Now we're going to lie on this arm. It's our pillow. Take the top leg out of the way in a forward stretch. It's just real soft. Pick up the bottom leg, point, and as you do this, feel the belly pull in. 5, 6, 8, 9. Now flex and go the other way. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, looking good, getting those inner thighs. That helps with balance. All right, we're going to do something in the middle. Before we switch sides, lie on your belly, hands underneath your forehead. Lift up your legs and tap your feet together 20 times. Inner thighs, hamstrings, glutes, 10 more times. Breathe in and go to the other side. I'm going to flip so I can see you. The elbows up. You can flip however you'd like. Now the top leg is going to point and add circles. Yep, yeah, do whatever's easy. If you can go by verbal, you can just turn around, or if you prefer to see me, that is just fine too. Breathe in.
And take the toes the other way. Here we go. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that leg's starting to feel heavy. And 10. Let's take that body down. The arm is a pillow. The top leg comes in front. The bottom leg, point. 2, 3. Now flex that foot. Go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lie on your belly and put your arms underneath your forehead. Lift up the legs, and this time do a flutter kick, a vertical flutter kick. 20 kicks. So, or counting to 20. 4, 5, 6. Both legs draw off the floor if you can. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, take a brief child's pose. Push your hips back. And then lie on a side. You can choose any side. We're going to lie on the arm. Now, we're only going to do 5 each way to these. So think about developing your leg. Develop A. You draw a line up, up, up. Now get as close as you can. And then go high as you can. Go up as high as you can. Breathe in. 3. And really work that ankle. 4. And that flexibility. Now go the other way. So let's go up and then develop your leg. And then your heel goes down your leg and go up. Beautiful. Breathe in. Now this one, let's catch. You can catch your thigh, your calf, or maybe your foot. And just find a way. Breathe. Wonderful. And feel the relaxation in your inner thigh hamstring. This is a yoga pose called Anantasana. I really like this stretch here. Breathe in. Feel how good. Feel how it gives in a little. Now that foot we're going to have in front, kind of like this little 90 degree. Now take your bottom leg and point your toes and go up and try to go up as high as you can and up. And 4 and pointing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try to flex, go as high as you can. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're doing great. 8, 9. Now we roll on the belly. We do 1 set of heel beats. Try 20. Lift up the feet, lift up the knees, beat the heels together, tap them together. Soften the neck. 10 more. And then let's go to the other side. Your arm is your pillow. And you're going to take this 5. And if you remember what it is, that's really good for the brain to try to memorize. So go up as high as you can, flex. Draw a line up, 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 up. Go up as high as you can, flex. You're deliberate, intentional in your movements. You're breathing. This should be really good feeling on your knee. Now we're going to switch it. So let's point and go up, 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 up. As high as you can, flex. Up, 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 up. Good. And up. And up. One more, guys. Breathe in. Now we're going to be catching that leg. It could be your thigh, your calf, your foot, your ankle. You could even use a Pilates ring if you want, or a Dynaband. Now we're stretching. Feel how good that is. Let the tension just go on away. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now this leg is going to go in front. Now it's in a little passive stretch. Take the bottom leg and go up as high as you can, point. As high as you can point. Now the belly
Sometimes if I touch the belly, it reminds me to help that pull in. So I have this little abdominal contraction. Now we're gonna flex for 10. Jaw is soft. Nice job. Now we're gonna stretch all that. So take your lying down. At first, put your hands between your feet, or your knees, and hold on to your feet. This is bound angle. This is supine bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Another little cue I like to do is just kind of relax the head. I might even shake it a little and just see, does that work for you to release tension? Long sighs do as well. The elbows can open the knees. They can help. Now we're going to take the right ankle to the left thigh and reach the hands to the window. Just take about 10 counts here. We're going to add on this extra component to this stretch. See how you feel. If you care to add on, roll over until your foot's on the ground. You can put your right arm out like a T, and your left hand can press that thigh away from you. Any way that you feel a hip stretch is good though. Yeah, I like to start, and the other arm is out like a T or a Y. The palm, if you can, faces the sky. So you did good. You can put that right arm out, Catherine, and that should feel like a shoulder and a chest stretch. And now scan the body and relax. 5. Let's look at that hand too if you can. 4. Breathe in. And then let's do the other. So the first part of that was ankle to thigh, hands reach through. Again, I like a little rock. If you could add on, take the roll over so your left foot hits the floor. Your right hand can even push that knee away, and your left arm's out like a T. And let's look that way. Even if you close your eyes, your neck is just gently rotated that way. Breathe in fully. Five, 4, 3, 2, and then take an inhale and gently come up. And you can hug those legs if you'd like for a minute. We're going to open up the legs like a big V. Now the hands could be on the inner thigh. If you can reach further, great, go for it. But just feel the inner thigh stretching. I like to pull the toes back as well for a little extra. These are the long inner thigh muscles that cross the knee. Let everything go. Let your mind clear. Notice how good it feels to just care for your body. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, let the left leg go long and take the right knee across your body. Your hand can hold that knee down. Your right arm can go out like a T, and we can take a look at that arm or towards that way. You can close your eyes, but there's a gentle rotation throughout the spine. Breathe in through the nose. Take an inhale. Now, as you're ready, go to the other side. Your left arm's out, your right hand can be on that knee. It's like a paperweight, holding it down, not forcing it, but encouraging it. Breathe in fully through your nose. Let your exhale release any tension in the body. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, gently come back and just tug your legs into your belly. One hand per knee, you can stir the pot. So one knee's going one way and one's the other, but they can also go the same way. Just so good. And hug them all. Really good job, guys. I wanted to do some posture stretches. So I think you all have a foam roller. Let's grab it if you do. And oh, good, really good. All right, wonderful. So I'm going to put this foam roller along on the mat. The pelvis is at one end. Take an inhale. You're going to really like these posture stretches. Your head is on the mat, and your arms can open up like a Y, or if that's too much, you can be more like a T, but the palm is facing up. And this is the main stretch. Notice how your shoulders are getting a passive stretch. So a lot of times we do active stretches. Now we're just trying to let go. If you can add on one more thing, you can put your feet together and let your knees open up, a supine bound angle. That's just a nice hip opener. Now breathe in through your nose. Feel your upper back, feel your chest. And as you exhale, release any tension in that upper back and that chest. The shoulders are relaxing to the floor. The inhale can open up the thoracic spine. Breathe in fully. Expand the rib cage, expand the upper back, expand the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you can put your feet back on the floor and just gently come off to the side. We're going to take that same foam roller, and you may need a block, you may not, or a pillow, or even a half block. So the upper back, the part of your back is the most round. That's where you're putting the foam roller. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put my block sideways, my arms out like a T or a Y, so a field goal post. And my feet are on the floor, knees bent. That way I can, this is a way to start with a more modified position. Remember, pillows will work. That's it, fold up that pillow. Now, this is a passive extension on the most rounded part of your back. If your hips don't touch the floor comfortably, put a little pillow underneath your glutes. And if you have, so let's say your block, it turns all sorts of ways. You could try different ways if you need more or less help. So I'm going to take it out just because I have a long neck and a pretty open thoracic spine, but you might need more support. You don't want too much of a fold anywhere in your back. So where your skull meets your neck, it has a hyperextensive tendency. You don't want that to feel like there's a crick in your neck. So breathe in and try to relax your upper back. Now you might be able to do the feet together and the knees wide here. Relax your upper back. This is a passive stretch for posture. Opening up the front chest, the shoulders, the anterior deltoids, allowing the back body to get opposite the way it normally is in life. Keep exhaling away any tension in your body. Breathe in fully to your chest and your upper back.
Breathe in fully to your upper torso. Relax with every exhale. One more. Notice how you feel. You can put your feet on the floor, put one hand behind your head and tuck up your chin. Now I'm going to get rid of the yoga foam roller, and I want you to just notice how your back feels. Isn't that wonderful? Now the last part is this little foam roller underneath your sacrum. That's going to release your psoas, which is the hip flexor that pulls on your low back in lordosis. And when the low back gets pulled in lordosis, the upper back wants to get kyphotic or rounded. Now, another option is to put one leg long. That's going to do a single. Looks like you've already got it. You could do 2 legs long. If you do 2 legs, sometimes you have to adjust. That roller should be underneath that crease. It should not hurt your back. It should feel delicious. You could even do a field goal post here if you want. If that's too much, just put it beside you. Breathe in. Let your psoas go. Let your hip flexor relax. Your main job is to breathe and relax. How's that for a good job? Breathe in and relax. Just breathe in. Do your nose if you can, and drop that breath down to your diaphragm if you can, where the low back attachments are. Breathe in and relax. The psoas sometimes takes longer to relax than the other areas. It attaches the upper body to the lower body. It's an emotional gripping muscle, and it's in flexion so much during the day. So take another breath here and let it go. Now when you're ready, slide your feet on the floor and take your yoga foam roller out and rest, either legs long or feet on the floor. And I want you to just notice how your body feels on the mat. Isn't that awesome? When you notice that there's been a release of tension, that is evidence that it's not structural, that it's muscular, and we can work with that. Now just take about 5 inhale, exhale cycles, just being with you, the who you really are without your labels and your identifiers. You're so much more than anything could describe you. Take another inhale as if you're sealing that posture with your fascia. And as you're ready, come up into a seated position. And when you sit, notice if it's easier to sit up taller. You can sit any way you want. Your shoulder blades are down the back. Let go of any tension. Breathe in and just notice how good your body feels. And really get comfortable with this feeling of wellness and strength and flexibility and openness. This is your natural state. The more in communion you are with that resting homeostatic place of wellness and peace, the easier it is for your body to give you signals when it slightly deviates, and it will tell you what it needs to get back into calibration. We'll let that be our intention today. I intend to fully appreciate all of the wellness signals my body's always giving me. It lets me know when I'm thirsty, needs a fresh breath of air, sunshine, to listen to a bird. It's giving me signals all the time. I'm really glad I have that working on my favor. With so much appreciation,